Clone guns. I'm not a cloner. A lot of you guys out there love the clone guns. But when I saw the JSOC 1911 from Military Armament Corporation, this spoke to me. This was a super cool gun, and it's very retro. It's kind of throwback. It's kind of clone. Let's go shoot it. Before I get too far in 1911 JSOC pistol here, let me tell you a little bit about what I do here at RDR. We're a soft goods manufacturer. We specialize in plate carriers, placards, chest rigs, a full line of canine gear, and of course our ever popular Safari line holster mods, holster wraps, and holster accessories, all of which you can find on our website at rdrgear.com. All right, so Military Armament Corporation, JSOC 1911. This is under the the SDS umbrella of companies. You've got TSOS, Military Armament Corporation, Inglis, is it? I keep slaughtering that name, so if you guys know it, man, throw it in the comments, but I'll eventually get it right. But this is the JSOC 1911, and this is a retro, I guess, throwback 1911 to the days of Delta. There's not a ton of information you can find on true, authentic, documented history of the weapons of JSOC. You can find some stuff, and I'm not a super big cloner, so if you guys know something more than I do, feel free to help me out and share it with everybody else in the comments below. But when I saw this, I was very intrigued because of the Bomar sights, the brass bead. A lot of the features on this pistol are what led into, for example, the FBI Professional Series, the TRP pistol, and going forward, a lot of the features that were found in this gun from the, what I guess would be mid-70s, kind of went forward into the traditional 1911. So when you look at things like the Bomar rear adjustable sight, this was something I saw coming up in the gun business in the late 90s on a lot of Kimbers, Springfields. A lot of the guys who are building, or using Bomar sights and then dehorning the Bomar sights for carry options, having a brass bead front sight or a tritium night sight. There was a lot of the top end features that were going into some of the newer pistols that still came from lineage such as this. Brass bead, you don't see a ton of, but man, I'm telling you, the brass bead does not nearly give you the performance it can do if you shoot this thing indoors. Once you're outdoors, this thing lights up like the sun. It's very, very, very good option for a front sight. As further you get from a target, it is pretty big. So again, understand what you're getting in a fighting style front sight, but brass bead is very classic and it works very well when you're outdoors. But one of the unique things I did find about this rear sight, when I started seeing guns in the industry further into the late 90s, early 2000s, the Bomar sights were pushed to the rear of the gun. They were almost even with the rear of the slide. And when I was researching this question, I couldn't figure it out. I didn't have a lot of definitive information. I reached out to Larry Vickers and I asked him about it, and he actually DM'd me back, which was pretty cool. And he had made a post about it that I found at a later date. The reason they pushed the sight forward versus having it flush to the rear was in case the gun was dropped, it wouldn't damage the corners of the ears of their rear sight. So again, that was kind of the reason why it's pushed forward, not all the way to the rear. That's what I found online. I'm not a pistol builder, so there's probably some purists out there who may disagree with that because, like I said, when I saw Bomar sights on guns in the retail side of the house, I never saw any of them pushed forward. So again, but with this being kind of a JSOC throwback, that might have been a detail that they found to add to the pistol in production. Ambi safeties, which is surprising considering if this really was a pistol from that era. You guys know me, I love the ambi safety, especially on something I would carry as a 1911. Skeletonized hammer, skeletonized trigger, round trigger guard. What really impressed me when you look at this pistol and the price point that it comes in is when you look at the frame, you'll notice how the front strap is checkered as well as the rear strap. And you have this mag well. The mag well is very, very, very clean. It works very well blended for a price point caliber of this pistol here. The Military Armament Corporation grip panels are a nice touch as well. Not a big fan of all the logoing on the pistol, but I get it. You got to put your name on it, and you got to show, because you've got the grips on both sides, right? Then you've got the printed stamped logo here on the side of this pistol. And then you have it on the opposite side under the marking here. So again, I get it. That's the jam. It comes with 2 8-round magazines. Magazines work flawless. We've been running it with the Mekar magazines, Wilson magazines, the KCI magazines, 0 issue at all. Trigger is very clean on the pistol. It's a very, very nice trigger. Reset super clean. And as I mentioned today, it shoots very well. I probably should have spent more time adjusting the iron sights. I didn't do my due diligence on that. I apologize, you guys. I know you guys jump on me on that. But today's B-roll footage was more just on the pistol performance. The gun shoots well for what it is and the style of sights that you would get on this thing. This pistol may not be the ultimate carry gun, ultimate range gun. I should say, if you're someone who enjoys collecting pieces from certain time periods, this might be a cool one to add to the collection. You could change out the grips to something more GI mil-spec looking, and I think you'd have no problem whatsoever. This, again, is someone who is a purist who wants a non-railed, no front cocking serrations, just a simple leather holster carry gun and loves a steel frame pistol. This would be a great one for you. These are well under $800 when you find them online. And the JSOC, again, is a cool just piece of pistol history. And I don't think you'd go wrong with getting one for your collection. 45, God's caliber, as is. No other caliber right now. And I don't know if there's any other models that's coming in the future. Military Armament Corporation has some really cool guns coming. We saw at SHOT Show. They have the new MP5s coming and their new shotguns, which both I'm very, very excited to get to the channel. Both look very sharp and they just look well made. So again, hats off to SDS, man. They have been killing it. They have been great supporters of the channel. We have a lot of cool things coming. We just released the B9R video, the double stack 2011 from TSOS. That's already up live on the channel by the time you guys see this video. But the JSOC 1911, well done, guys. This is what you got here. That's what I got for you guys as well. If you like the content of this channel, like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. Until next time, be well, take care.